Ram Ram Hare Hare. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। नामाचार्य शिला हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्री वासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। श्री गुरु महाराज की जय। All glories to the assembled devotees. Please accept my humble obeisances. This is Yashamati Priya Devi Dasi from Chicago, Naperville, welcoming all of you to the mid-morning japa session. I thank all of you for attending this session and giving your valuable time and association. Please forgive me for interrupting your ecstatic chanting. Let us move to our next part of the session, which is Sri Caitanya Bhagavat. But before we start our session, may I know who all have joined this call? Hare Krishna.
Dandavat pranam and glories to Srila Prabhupada, Guru Maharajas and all the assembled devotees. This is Kirtida Sundari Dasi. Thank you, Mataji, for the beautiful recitation of Bhagavad Gita and all your services.
Hare Krishna Kirtida Sundari Devi Dasi Mataji, Dandvat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Sri Guru Maharaj, all glories to Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga. Thank you very much, Mataji, for joining every single day, and all glories to your services, Mataji. And thank you for giving me the opportunity to chant the Bhagavad Gita. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandvat Pranam, all glory to Srila Prabhupada. This is Neetu from Baltimore.
Hare Krishna Neetu Mataji, Dandvat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Sri Guru Maharaj, all glories to Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga. Thank you very much, Mataji, for joining every single day and giving your beautiful association. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Yasamati Mataji, Dandavat Pranam to you and all Vaishnavas. Srila Prabhupada, Srila Gurudev Ki Jai. Vrinda.
Hare Krishna Vrinda Gopika Mataji, Dandvat Pranam. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Sri Guru Maharaj, all glories to Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga. Thank you very much, Mataji, for joining and giving your beautiful association always, every single day. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Yashomati Mataji, Dandavat pranams to you, Dandavat pranams to all devotees here. Jai Srila Prabhupada, Sumi from Chennai, India.
Hare Krishna Sumi Mataji, Dandvat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Sri Guru Maharaj, all glories to Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga. Thank you very much, Mataji, for joining all the way to India. Hare Krishna, every single day you giving your beautiful association to us. Thank you so much, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. Jai Shri Prabhupada, this is Preeti Vilasini Devidasi from Atlanta, Georgia. Thank you for your warm welcoming, Yashomati Mataji, and also for who chanted the Bhagavad Gita. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prithya Vilasani Devidasi Mataji, Dandvat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Sri Guru Maharaj, all glories to Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga. Thank you very much, Mataji, for joining every single day and giving your beautiful association. All glories to your services, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Is there anybody else to call? In the call who would like to introduce? Welcome to Bhakti Sangha Japa group. Dear devotees, before we start today's session, I would like to read Srila Prabhupada's quote for today. June 19. If there is lack of obedience, then there cannot be discipline. And without discipline, we cannot manage a huge world organization. Los Angeles, June 19, 1972. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So, welcome to Bhakti Sangha Japa group. Today we are so fortunate to have Her Grace Kirtida Sundari Devi Dasi Mataji on the topic of Sri Caitanya Bhagavata Madhya Khanda, chapter 28, verse number 58 to onwards. So, thank you very much, Mataji. Dandvat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Sri Guru Maharaj. Thank you very much, Mataji, for giving your very valuable time and association to us this morning and enlightening us on the topic of Sri Chaitanya Bhagavat. Mataji, now I hand over call to you. We are so eagerly waiting. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Yashomati Mataji, for your very, very warm welcome. Thank you, dear devotees, for joining us in this session of Chaitanya Bhagavat. Really, really grateful to each and every one of you for sharing your valuable time. We'll start with Mangalacharan and then we'll continue. So today's verses are actually we are in the continuation of Mahaprabhu taking sannyas. So mostly we will be reading. There will be nothing more to explain because these verses are very heart-touching. So the more we read, the more we'll relish. So we'll cover a bunch of verses, but I want to give a disclaimer that today will be simply reading. There will be nothing much explanation needed because these verses are very, very heart-touching and they have to be relished rather than any explanation can be given. So with that note, we can start with our Mangalacharan. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatham Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakham Vitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Shri Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Panchatattvatakam Krishnam Bhaktarupa Sarupakam Bhaktavtaram Bhaktakyam Namami Bhakta Shaktikam Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Bhaevacha Patitanam Bhavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschata Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivas Adi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Guruve Gaura Chandra, Radhikaya Tadale, Krishna Krishna Bhakta, Tad Bhakta, Namo Namaha, Ananda Leela Maya Vigrahaya, Hemava Divya Chavi Sundaraya, Tasmai Mahaprema Rasa Pradaya, Chaitanya Chandraya Namo Namaste. Chaitanya Chandraya Namo Namaste, Chaitanya Chandraya Namo Namaste. Ajanulambita bhujau kanakavadhatau sankirtanai kapitarau kamalayatakshav vishwambharau dvijavarau yugadharmapalau vande jagatpriyakarau karunavatarau jayati jayati deva Krishna Chaitanya Chandro जयति जयति कीर्तिस्तस्य नित्या पवित्रा जयति 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 भृत्यास्तस्य विश्वेश्वमूर्तेर् जयति जयति नृत्यां तस्य सर्वप्रियाणाम् मुखं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपः तमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुदीनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीकृष्णचैतन्येश्वरम्। Hare Krishna, dear devotees, thank you once again for your wonderful association. So we are in the section of Sri Caitanya Bhagavat where Mahaprabhu has decided to take sannyas. But when he decided to take sannyas, the main reason for him to take sannyas is for the upliftment of all the people who are patit. He is a patit pavan, right? So just to uplift all the sinful people, he thought of taking sannyas so that these people, they respect his renounced order of life, and when they respect, they don't commit any further offenses. So that was the hidden agenda of why Mahaprabhu thought of taking sannyas. This message was confidentially revealed by Mahaprabhu to Nityananda Prabhu, but then it spread like a wildfire. And finally, it reached to the ears of Mother Shati. As soon as she heard that Mahaprabhu is taking sannyas, she was drowned in the grief of lamentation. She could understand what to do and how will she survive, especially when Mahaprabhu was in Grahastha ashram, where Mother Vishnu Priya was also there. So she was thinking that she has already, her elder son Vishwarup has taken sannyas, and now Mahaprabhu is also taking sannyas. So in the mood of separation, she was speechless. She couldn't speak. But then finally she opened up her heart, and Mahaprabhu tried to console her in the best possible way. And finally that night she was able to somehow sleep, but not in a very full sound sleep. And that night itself, Mahaprabhu, actually, there is a huge description of that night when Mahaprabhu decided to take sannyas, because he went to Mother Vishnu Priya and he took permission from Mother Vishnu Priya. There is a beautiful dialogue that happened between both of them, but that has been excluded by Sri Vrindavan Das Thakur. But our dear Lochan Das Thakur has described in full detail about this conversation that happened between Mahaprabhu and Mother Vishnu Priya in his Caitanya Mangal, which was previously known as Caitanya Bhagavat. So, but in this book, in this Caitanya Bhagavat, Vrindavan Das Thakur has excluded that moment, that dialogue, and the dialogue between Mother Shachi and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu have been included. So morning, it was Brahma Muhurta when Mahaprabhu got some auspicious signs where he thought that now is the time that he should leave the house. As soon as he was departing from the home, Mother Sati, who was not sleeping in a very sound way, she was not in a sound sleep, she could understand that Nimai is leaving. So at that time, she came and she sat at the doorway, and seeing his mother sitting at the doorway, Mahaprabhu tried to solace her into various ways. And this way he said that, "Oh, mother, you are so nice. You have maintained me, and you have been the real cause of my learning. Whatever I have learned, whatever I have studied, it's all because of you. If you would have not taken care of me, I would have been a homeless beggar. And you have taken care of me by not even taking care a bit of your own personal happiness." So, and that's the nature of all the mothers, but all this nature of the mothers of this world is actually coming from Mother Shati or Mother Yashoda. The way they take care of Krishna and how Sachi Mata took care of Nimai. Finally, our Nimai, he said that I will never be relieved from your debt. That rena, that pitra rena, the debt, I will never be relieved, and I will be indebted to you for life after life. But then he said something very, very nice, and we will continue because yesterday Preeti Vilasni Mataji has very beautifully shared the mood of separation, the viraha that a devotee feels when the devotee is separated from the Supreme Lord. Obviously, none of us, at least I'll talk about myself, have that adhikar of understanding that separation, because in one of the sessions we also discussed that separation is experienced when we have some union. So we don't remember any union with Krishna. So definitely for us, it's not the separation of Krishna, but it's mere the absence of Krishna. But the devotees, they were with Mahaprabhu, they were with Nimai Pandit and Shachi Mata's own son, right, her own son. So definitely she was feeling a lot of separation. So we'll continue this verse. And today we will start with text 58. Again, I would like to give this disclaimer that today's session is only to be relished in Bengali as well as in English. So there will not be any much explanation, but we'll just simply go through the verses. So text 57, we are supposed to start with 58, but just to build up the context, we'll do 157th verse also, where Mahaprabhu is saying that whether I leave now or whether I leave after 10 days, you should not lament. There is no point for you to lament. And to console her, he said, Vyavara pramathaya teke tomara Sakala amate lage sabe mora bhara. And he said, I will take full responsibility for both your worldly and your spiritual needs. So again, this verse is very important because how, being a sannyasi, he will take care of the worldly needs. Yes, Mahaprabhu said that I will take responsibility of both your worldly and the spiritual needs, but it also means about not only financially, but he said, I'll take care of your physical well-being, about your protection from dangers. After all, I'm your son. I'll give you the entire social support. He said, don't worry, mother, I will take care of everything. Means she will never be in want of any food or shelter. She will, that Mahaprabhu will provide through his devotees. The devotees in Navadvip will take care of her. His brother Vishwarup, yes, he has taken sannyas. So Mahaprabhu feels extra responsibility to ensure that his mother is not neglected in any way. So the mood here is that, yes, Mahaprabhu will take sannyas and definitely he will not be in touch too much with Mother Sati, but indirectly he will arrange through his devotees. And this is what Krishna also promises. Ananyas chintayanto mam yejana paryuphasate tesham nitya bhaktanam yoga kshemam vahamyaham. Krishna himself promises this in Bhagavad Gita, that I will carry whatever you have and I will provide whatever you lack. So this is what Mahaprabhu is also giving this assurance to his mother, that as being a perfect son, I will take care of you. I will take care of you. And of course, Mahaprabhu is none other than Krishna. So being Krishna, he will also take care of her worldly needs and definitely about the spiritual needs. In this regard, I was just reflecting just now that and my Guru Maharaj, His Holiness Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj, he writes in his book Ocean of Mercy, where when Prabhupada asked Maharaj, not asked rather, told Maharaj that within 3 months I will give you sannyas, and within 3 months you prepare yourself to take sannyas. At that time, Guru Maharaj, he went to his father and he told everything. And father was a little reluctant that what will happen to us, that when Guru Maharaj has his elder brother. And so he was a little reluctant. Father was a little reluctant and he was saying that your elder brother is also there and I need you also, otherwise I'll be all by myself. So how will it go? And then Guru Maharaj said just one sentence to his father. He said, elder brother will take care of your material needs, of your worldly needs, and I'll take care of your spiritual needs. Because It is also explained in Srimad Bhagavatam that when a devotee, he becomes a pure devotee, when any jiva becomes a pure devotee, then 14 generations, they are liberated, they are delivered. That means their spiritual needs are being taken care of. So that's what, but here, of course, we cannot apply this because Mother Shachi is eternally an eternal eternal associate of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So definitely she is always there, but just to assure her, just to support her, just to give solace to her, Mahaprabhu said, I will take full responsibility of your worldly and your spiritual needs. Text 59. Bhuke hatha diya Prabhu bale bhara bhara Tumhara sakala bhara hamara hamara. Very beautifully he says, Bhuke hatha diya, on her chest. Mahaprabhu kept his hand, hatha diya, and he was trying to solace his mother, and he was saying, bar bar, bole bar bar. Again and again, repeatedly he was saying, तुम्हारा सकल भार आमारे आमार, means आज से तुम्हारा सारा भार मेरा है, means I will take full care of you. So don't think that I'm taking sannyas, so I'll be going away from you and you are all by yourself now. That won't happen. Somehow or other, yes, I will also follow the sannyas rules by which I cannot stay in this home. But through my other devotees, I will definitely take care of all your needs. I will take full care of you. Don't worry. Prabhupada Saraswati Thakur, he writes, Shri Gaurasundar said to Mother Sachi Devi, the shelter of eternal Vatsalya Rasa. Yes, she is the eternal Vatsalya Rasa. Whatever Vatsalya Prem that the worldly mothers have, actually it's coming from Mother Sachi, it's coming from Mother Yashoda. So he says, in your worldly dealings, I'm your son. And in spiritual dealings, I'm the object of your service. Because Mahaprabhu is the Vishaya. And Sachi Mata is an Ashraya. Because the object of that love is Mahaprabhu. So he says, I am the object of your service. So I'll take full responsibility for you. Yata kichu bhale Prabhu, Shachi sabe shune. Uttara na kare kande ajora nayane. Very, very beautifully, Vrindavan Das Thakur is saying. This way, Mahaprabhu, Kichu Bale Prabhu, he was speaking. He was speaking and Shachi Sabha Shune and Mother Sachi was simply listening to whatever Mahaprabhu was saying. She was in her heart somehow getting solace, but still half of her heart was not ready to give permission to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to take sannyas. Therefore, Uttara na kare, she was not able to reply. She was speechless. And rather, Kande ajora nayane, and her eyes were full of tears. She was simply shedding incessant tears. Mother Sachi quietly listened to what the Lord said. She made no reply. She was speechless, but simply shed incessant tears. Kande ajora nayane. झार झार आंसू आ रहे थे आंखों से पृथ्वी स्वरूप हाइला शची जगन माता के बुझी भे कृष्णेरा अचिंत्य लीला गाथे. Thus Sachi, the mother of the universe, she became as grave and quiet as Mother Earth. Just like Mother Earth she's just tolerating everything, whatever comes on her. Similarly, Mother Shachi, she became speechless, she became grave, and she became silent, just as Mother Earth. Who can understand the inconceivable pastimes of Krishna? Bhujebe Krishna achintya leela katha. His katha, his leela kathas, they are achintya, they are inconceivable. Who can understand that? Nobody can understand. Again, Prabhupada Saraswati Thakur, he gives little technical purport to it, and he says, becoming like the earth, Sri Sachi Devi became the Upadan Karan, or ingredient cause, of Sri Gaurasundar's deity form. The Ashraya Vigrahas of Shanta, Dasya, Sakya, and Vatsalya Rasas keep a distance from the Vishaya Vigraha, but the Ashraya Vigrahas of Madhurya Rasa sit on the same seat with the Vishaya Vigraha. Very beautiful. Prabhupada Saraswati Thakur is saying how Sri Sachi Devi became the Upadan Karan. So actually, what is an Upadan? There are two types of causes. One is Upadan Karan, another is a Nimitta Karan. Upadan Karan is the material cause and Nimitta Karan is the efficient cause. Example is given just like a potter when he makes a pot. So when he makes the pot, the clay that he used is actually the upadan karan. Without clay, it's not possible to make a pot. So the upadan karan, or you can say the material cause of that pot, is the clay, the mitti, the mud that is used. But yes, we understand that without that clay, the pot cannot be made. But even if we have the pot, even we have all the ingredients, but if we don't have a potter, then also the pot is not made. Even we have a clay, we have the wheel, we have everything that is the ingredients that are used to make pot. But if there is no potter, then what is the use? How the pot will be shaped into? So the nimitta karan is actually the potter. The efficient cause is the potter. Without the potter, it is not possible for the pot to come into shape. But even if the potter is there and the ingredients are not there, then also the pot is not possible. So it's the combination of both. We need upadan karan, that is the material things, the ingredients or the material cause, and we also need the efficient cause, that is the nimitta karan. So here Mother Sachi, she's saying, Prabhupada Saraswati Thakur is saying there, Mother Sachi, she became the Upadan Karan. She became an ingredient cause of Sri Gaurasundar's deity form. Why? Because she became like an earth. So the deities are carved from the earth. So she became the Upadan Karan. But then later, Prabhupada Saraswati Thakur is saying that all these Ashraya Vigrahas, just like I've told in the previous verse, that how Mother Sati is an Ashraya Tattva. And that's why Mahaprabhu is saying that I am the object of your love. For all your care, for all your maintenance, for all your devotion, I am that object. So he is the object of love. So all the rasas that we have with Krishna, whether we have Shanta rasa, Dasya rasa, Sakhya rasa, and Vatsalya rasa, they all have a certain distance with Vishaya, with the object, that is Krishna. But it's only the Ashraya Vigrah who are in Madhurya Bhav, they actually share the same seat with the Vishaya Vigrah, that is with Krishna, because of the nature of their rasa. The nature of the rasa is that they can be in the closest proximity with the object of the love. The rest, all the rasas that one may have, whether it's Shanta, Dasya, Sakhya, or Vatsalya, they still have certain distance. But this is just on a side note that Prabhupada Saraswati has quoted this. But ultimately, what he wants to say is Pujibe Krishna Chintira Leela Katha, that it's inconceivable to understand the pastimes of Krishna. Jananira pada dhuli lai prabhu shire pradikshena karitane chalila satvare. So from here onwards, there is no purport as such. So we'll just go through the verses. You all can simply, either you can read with me or you can close your eyes. You can envision this entire pastime, because from here onwards, we'll be simply reading the verses. So Jani ra pada dhuli si Prabhu shire. Mahaprabhu apni janani ke, from his mother's feet, he took the dust and lie Prabhu shire, and he applied it on his head. That means he took blessings from his mother. Pradakshina kari, he circumambulated his mother. And Tanila chale satvare, and then after circumambulated, he didn't even look back, so that the affection may not hold Mahaprabhu, rather he immediately departed. Why so he immediately departed? Because there might be a chance if he looked back, then the tie of affection that Mother Shachi had could hold on to Mahaprabhu. Of course, it's not possible, because Mahaprabhu has taken this decision, but from the mother side, the affection can be more stronger. So he just applied the dust of the lotus feet of his mother on his head. He circumambulated her and he immediately departed. Chalilena Vaikuntha Nayaka Griha Haite Sannyasa Kariya Sarva Jiva Udharite. Vrindavan Das Thakur is saying now, Chalilena Vaikuntha Nayak. So he is not an ordinary person. He is the hero of Vaikuntha. He is the Nayak of Vaikuntha. Griyahaite, he left home immediately without even thinking. He just left home. Sannyasa kariya sarve jiva uddharita. And why he left to take sannyas. But why he took sannyas? So that he can deliver all the fallen souls, so that he can prove his name as Patita Pavan, for their uddhar, for the uddhar of all the Patita jivas, for the deliverance of all the fallen souls. Mahaprabhu took sannyas. Shuna shuna are bhai prabhu ra sannyasa, ye katha shunela sarva bandha haya nasha. So now Vrindavan Das Thakur, in the middle of this chapter, he is giving the Falashruti. Oh brothers, he's saying, Shuna Shuna Are Bhai, all brothers, please listen. This pastime of Prabhu taking sannyas. Ek katha shunele, whosoever listens, whosoever hear this narration, Sarva Bandha Haya Nasha, they will be at once be delivered from all kind of material bondage. That means the clutches of Maya, of repeated cycle of birth and death in this samsara will be immediately finished. Sarva Bandha Haya Nasha, all the bandha, all the bondage will be destroyed. If somebody hears this pastime of Mahaprabhu taking sannyas. प्रभु चली लेना मात्रा शची जगन माता जड़ा प्राय रही लेना नाही स्फुरे का था. So now when Mahaprabhu left, Prabhu Chalinana Matra, Jagan Shachi Jagan Mata, he left Mother Sachi. And how Mother Sachi was? She's Jagat Mata. Yes, she's Jagat Mata, but how she was? Jada Praya. She was almost inert. She was immovable, as if she's stunned. She has become stone. Jada Praya Rahilin Nahi Spure Katha, and she was not able to speak. She was speechless. She was stunned because she doesn't know what will happen next. So with that mood, she was unable to speak anything. And she was simply sitting at that doorway, all stunned, nothing, not to say any word, not to move a little bit, but she was as if a stone is kept. भक्त सभा न जाने ना ऐसा वृतांता उषा काले स्नान करी यत के महांता. So this happened at what time? During Brahma Muhurta it happened, when the entire Navadvip Vasis, they were sleeping, and Mahaprabhu took this opportunity to leave this home. At that time, Bhakta Sabha, all the devotees, na jane na sabha vratanta, they didn't know what all happened, how this dialogue between Mother Sachi and Mahaprabhu took place. They didn't know that today was the time when Mahaprabhu has decided to take sannyas and leave home. So they were not aware of all this fact. Usha Kale, and as soon as the sun rises up, Snana Kari, they went to take bath, and Yatake Mahanta, all the devotees, they went and they took their morning bath, but they were unaware of the Lord's departure. They were unaware what all happened in the house of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. प्रभु नमस्करिते आईला प्रभु घरे आशी सब देखे आई बाहिर दुहारे. And after taking bath, they went on to the house of Nimai. They want to offer obeisances to the Lord. And as soon as they came, Aila Prabhu Ghare, as soon as they came, what they saw, Ashi Sabha dekhe, they all saw Ai Bahire Duare, that Mother Sachi was still sitting on the doorway, stunned. She was not moving. She was not speaking. She was not doing anything. They all saw that Mother Sachi was sitting on the doorway. प्रथमै बलिलेन श्रीवास उदारा आई के न रही अच्छे बाहिर द्वारा. And as soon as Srivas Thakur, he saw that Ai means Mother Sachi, she was sitting on the doorway, he was the first to break that silence. He was the first one to inquire Mother Sachi, oh Mother, Ai ke na rahi che bahire dware, why are you sitting at the doorway? What is the reason? जड़ा प्राया आई किछु न स्फुरे उतारा नयनेरा धरा मात्र वहे निरंतारा. And still she was not able to speak anything. Jada praya, she was still stunned, she was inert, as if jad ban gayi thi wo. Naspuri Uttara, and she was not able to reply. She was speechless. Nayane Dhara Matra Vahe Nirantara. And what all she was doing was just the flow, the incessant flow of tears were flowing from her eyes. And she was not able to respond to the words of Shiva's Thakur. शरण के बलीला आई शुना बाप साबा विष्णुरा द्वारेरा भागी सकल वैष्णवा. And sometime later she opened her mouth. Shana ke balila ai, and then she spoke. Shuna bapa sava, oh devotees, please listen to what I want to say. Now she was able to speak, and she said, I want to say something. Listen, all of you. Vishnura Dravyera Bhagi Sakala Vaishnava. The Vaishnavas are eligible to share the Lord's property. So now what she wants to do is she wants to distribute everything in her home that belongs to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. She wants to distribute everything to the devotees of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Therefore, she said that you all are Vaishnavas and you all have that adhikar, you have that eligibility to share Lord's property. And then she said, Ete ke ye kichu dravya achayeta hara toma savakara haya shastra prachara. Ete ke tomara sabe apane miliyane ichhate na karamo yana chaliya. You may distribute the items he has left among yourselves. So she said, all the dravya, all the objects that he has left, now you all may distribute among yourselves. The Shastras declare, she said, Shastra Prachar, the Shastras declare that those items belong to you because you are all Vaishnavas. So you all have that adhikar to share the Lord's property. So please be satisfied, do as you please, and let me go from here. So she was so disheartened that she said, now you all do whatever you want. My son has gone and he has gone forever. He is not going to come back. He has taken up this renounced order of life. And all the items that he has left behind is all your property. You may distribute among yourselves as you all desire. But I'm done with it and I'll go from here. Mother Sachi said to the devotees are the rightful owners of the Lord's items. Therefore, all you have the right to Gaur Hari's possession. This is the verdict of the scriptures. So take away these items and let me go away. Shuni matra bhakta gana prabhu ragamana bhumi te badila sabe hai achetana. And as soon as all the bhakta gana, all the devotees heard that what Mother Sachi is talking about, Mahaprabhu has taken sannyas, Prabhu has already departed from this home. And as soon as they all heard this, Bhumite Padile Sabhi Achetana, they all fell unconscious. They also all fainted. They fell unconscious on the ground. Ki haila se Vaishnava ganera vishada, khandite lagila sabe kari artanada. What lamentation the Vaishnavas felt. They all began to cry loudly in distress. Artanad, artha means in distress. Right? Krishna says arti, artharti, jignasu, all these are the devotees that they come to Krishna. And arti, the example is given of Gajendra. He was in a great distress. So Artinad means in great lamentation, in great distress, they all were crying. They were loudly crying in that distress. Anyonena sevai sabara dhari gala vividha vilapa sabe karite lagila. Anyona sabe savara dhari gala. उनके गले पे एक दूसरे के हाथ रख रहे थे. Means they were placing their arms into one another's necks and they were all lamenting in various ways. Ki daruna nishipo haila gopinatha baliya kandena sabha shira diya hatha. Ki daruna nishi means day and night. terrible night we have passed, they said. Oh Gopinath, they cried out, oh Gopinath, Daruna Nishi. Nishi means night. What a terrible night it is that we have passed. And as they held their heads and wept, the Shire Diya Hata, their heads were in their hands. So this way they were simply crying and placing their head on their hands. Na dekhi se chanda mukha vanchi bheke mane kiva karya evara ara papishta jivane. And why they were lamenting, they were calling out to Gopinath, oh Gopinath, what kind of night this is? Though it was not night, it was already Usha Kale, means already the sun has risen. But the night, because Mahaprabhu has already left. So they were repenting on that terrible night that have passed. And now they are saying, Na dekhi se chanda mukha. Now from here onwards, we'll not even see the moon-like face of Mahaprabhu, the Nimai. What is the use of this? Kiba karya eva ara papishtha jivane. We are all leading. See, the devotees of Mahaprabhu, they are saying that we are all papishtha. We are all doing sinful activities. Are they doing sinful activities? No. But they are saying that our life is sinful if we don't see the face of Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chand mukha vanchive ke mane. जब हम लोगों से छूट जाएगा, when we will not be able to see the moon-like face of Mahaprabhu, what are we going to do with this sinful life? So this is how the devotees feel when they feel bereft of Mahaprabhu's association. They feel that their life has become sinful now. Papishtha jivan hai. Ye bekar ki life, it has become a sinful life, because from here onwards we will not be able to see the moonlight face of Nimai Pandit. Achambite kena hena haila vraja pata gada gadiyaya heha kare atmaghata. And achambite kena, and they were also very struck with wonder and haila vrajapat, as if somebody has struck a thunderbolt. Vajrapat ho gaya unke upar. They were thinking as if somebody has strike them with thunderbolt. That how the feeling they were getting. Gada gadiyena, and this where they were rolling in the ground. And kare atmaghata, and they were beating their chest because they were lamenting in great distress that Mahaprabhu has left, and from here onwards we will not be able to see him. Samavarana he bhakta ganera krandana haila krandana maya prabhura bhavana. So this way everybody was lamenting, everybody was crying in distress, and the whole house of Mahaprabhu was resounded with the devotees' uncontrolled weeping. Haila kranda maya prabhura bhavana. Pura bhavan, the whole house was resounded with the cry of devotees. Ye bhakta Aisha Prabhu dekhi bare tare, shei e ashi dube mahavira sagare. All the devotees that they came to see the Lord were now mahavihara sagare, viraha sagare. They were drowned in the ocean of separation. Viraha sagare, sagar means the ocean. They were drowned in that ocean of lamentation, the ocean of separation from Mahaprabhu. कांदे सबा भक्तगण भूमि तपड़िया संन्यास करिते प्रभु गेले न चलीला. The devotees were incessantly crying. They fell on the ground. Kande sabha, rote rote, bhaktagana, all the devotees, bhumite padiya. They fell on the ground. Sannyasa karita prabhu gele na chaliya, that the Lord has left us and has taken sannyas. We will not be able to see him again. This way they were exclaiming and they were calling out. Anatheras Natha Prabhu gele na chalyama saba viraha samudra phelaiya. The Lord of the forlorn. Forlorn means anath. The Lord of anarthanatha. Anathanatha means Dinanatha, right? These are all names of the Supreme Lord. So forlorn means one who is unhappy, who is sad, who has no shelter, who is anath. So the Lord of Forlorn, Anathera Natha, has left us and thrown us. Vira samudra peliya. Samudra mein phek diya. Which kind of ocean? Which kind of samudra? He has thrown us in the ocean of lamentation by leaving us and not even telling us. Here onwards, there are few verses which are very, very beautiful. So what we will do is first we will sing these verses by Sri Vrindavan Das Thakur, who is actually narrating the mood of all the devotees who are present there in the house of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Kanda Sabha Bhakta Gana Haiya Chaitana Hari Hari Bali Uchishware Kiva Mora Dhana Jana Kiva Mora Jivana Prabhu chhadi gela sabakare Mathaya diya hata buke mare nere ghata Hari Hari Prabhu Vishwambhara Sannyasa karite gela masabana balila Khande bhakta dhulaye dusara Prabhura angane padi Khande mukunda murari Sridhar Gadadhar Gangadasa Shiva Sera Ganayata Tara Kande Avirata Shri Acharya Kande Haridasa Shuniya Krandana Rava Nadiyara Loka Sabha Dekhite Aishe Savadhana Nana देखी प्रभु रामुखा सबे पाए महाशोका कांदे सबे माथे हत दिया नगरिया यत भक्ता तारा कंदा विरता बाल व्रीड़ा नाही का विचारा कांदे सबे स्त्रिय पुरुषे पाषंडी गणा हासे निमाए रे न देखी मुहारा. Very beautifully, our Shri Vrindavan Das Thakur is writing. Kande Sabha Bhakta Gana Haya Chetana. All the Bhakta Ganas, all the devotees, they were crying incessantly. And Haya Chetana, and they all felt unconscious. Hari Hari Bale Uchishware, and they were loudly, Uchishware means in the Uchchar Bhasha, means loudly. They were exclaiming, Hari, 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 Hari. And what they were saying, Kiva Mora Dhana Jana. What is the use of my wealth? What is the use of my family members? Kiva Mora Jivan, and what is the use of my life? Where Prabhu Chhadi Gela Sabakare, where the Lord has left all of us. So with this feeling separation from the Lord, with their wealth, with their family members, and with their own life, they were thinking it's all waste, it's all useless. Mathaya diya hata, and with their hands, they were holding on to their heads. Mathaya diya hata, bukhe mara nera gata, and they were beating their chest. They were beating their chest, they were holding their hands, they were totally in the mood of lamentation. Hari Hari Prabhu Vishwambara, and they were calling out to Vishwambara, O Nimai, O Vishwambara, O Supreme Lord. Sannyase karite gela, ama sabha na balila. You have taken sannyas and ama sabha na balila, and you didn't even tell us that you are taking sannyas or you are leaving on that particular night. Kande bhakta dhulaye dusar, and this way they were rolling in the dust on the ground. They were rolling and they were calling out to Mahaprabhu and they were crying. Prabhura Angane Padi, they were in the courtyard. They were in the courtyard of the Supreme Lord. And unke Angan pe, they were simply crying. Khande, they were crying. Who all were crying? Then when our Vrindavan Das Thakur is saying, Mukunda Murari, Mukunda was there, Murari was there, Sridhar was there, Gadadhar was there, Gangadas Pandit was there, Shivas the Shivas was there and his family, Yatagana. His family was there. Tare Kandha Avirata. Incessantly they were crying without even stopping. Continuously the tears were flowing from their eyes. Sri Acharya means Chandrasekhar Acharya was there, and Haridas Thakur was also there. They all were continuously crying in separation from the Lord. Shuniya Krandana Rava, as soon as the Nadiyara Loka Sabha, all the Navadvip Vasis, when they heard the Krandan, the crying of all these people, of all these devotees, when they heard, Dekhi te Aishe Sabha Dhana na dekhi, they all rushed to the house of Mahaprabhu. Oh, what had happened? Prabhu Mukha Sri Sabha Pai Shoka. And as soon as they saw the face of all the devotees who were present there, they were also stricken with grief, Mahashoka. They were also lamenting. Kande Save Mate Hata Diya. And they also hold their head in their hands and they were also crying, oh, what has happened? Mahaprabhu has left. Now we will be bereft of the moonlight face of Mahaprabhu. But all are not good people. Nagariya Yata Bhakta, all the bhaktas of that Nagar, they all were there. Tare Kande Avirata, everybody was crying. Continuously they were crying. Whether they were children, Bala, or Vridha, that means old people, or Nahika, whether they were women. Everybody came there and everybody was crying. Kande Sabha Stri Purushe, all the women and men, they all were crying. Young man, old woman, everybody was crying. Pashandi Gana Hashe. And the atheist also came. Pashandis also came there after hearing the loud cries of everybody. They also came, but they were laughing. They were laughing and they said, Nimai Runa Dekyumara, that from here onwards we will not be able to see Nimai again. So every time they're not all good people. There are some who are happy by seeing somebody's distress. And that's the worst that can happen. If somebody is suffering, even though we don't have any kind of full relationship with them, but at least we should extend our help at the time when others are suffering. That's the Vaishnava etiquettes. If we try to be neutral or we try to hold on to ourselves, that's wrong. Like in Hindi also we say, Sukh mein saath mat do, but dukh mein saath zarur do. When somebody is happy and we try to hold ourselves and we don't try to go near them and be the part of their happiness, that's still okay. It's okay. It's still manageable. But when somebody is in distress, please don't hold on to yourself. Extend your help as far as possible. As far as possible. That's why all the Nagariya Yata Bhakta, Tare Kande Avirata, Bala Vreda Nahi Ka Vichar, nobody thought, even for a second, they all went at the home of Mahaprabhu. And when they came to know that why all these people were crying, they were also drowned in that feeling of separation, that from here onwards they will not be able to see Nimai. But still, there were some Pashandis, Pashandi Gana Hase, and they were simply smiling. They were laughing internally. Nimai Rina Dekhina Dekhimwara, that from here onwards we'll not be able to see Nimai. So some were crying that they will not be able to see Nimai, and some were laughing because they will not be able to see Nimai. This is the reality of the world. This is the duality of the world in which we are in, where we feel that we are doers. Still we try to find happiness. Still we want to neglect the dualities of life. No, we will not be able to. The only solace that can give us is the surrenderance to the Supreme Lord. That's the only shelter. That's the supreme solace. That when we surrender to the Supreme Lord, we can rise up above these dualities. Otherwise, we are always in these dualities. And these atheists, they were also laughing. Katashane Bhaktagana Hai Kichu Shanta Shachi Devi Vedi Sabhava Shila Mahanta. After some times, the devotees themselves became somewhat pacified and they sat around Mother Shachi. Katashane Sarvanava Dvipa Haila Dhwani Sanyasa Karite Chalilena Dvijamani. Meanwhile, this news that the crest jewel of the Brahmanas, the Nimai, he has left to take sannyas, soon spread throughout Navadvip. Shuni sarva lokera lagila chamatkara, dhaya aila sarva loka nadiyara. On hearing this news, sarva lokera, people were struck with wonder and went to the Lord's house. आशी सर्व लोका देखे प्रभु बड़ी ते शून्य बड़ी सभा लागी अच्छे ने कांदी ते. When they saw that the Lord's house was empty, they also began to cry. Empty of whom? Empty of the presence of the Supreme Lord. When they saw everybody was there actually in the Lord's home, and the most of the Navadvip Vasis were there, but still the house was empty because the Lord was not there, and everybody also began to cry. Seeing them, Takhane se haya haya kare sarva loka. They all were saying, hi, hi, now what will happen? Paramanindaka pashandi o payashoka. Now here Vrindavan Das Thakur is saying that even the offenders and atheists, they became aggrieved while hearing the people lament. But their grievance was only superficial. Seeing somebody crying, they were also getting emotional of having some grievances in them, but it was all superficial because they were thinking that now they will not be able to see Nimai. So internally they were happy. But still not all of them. Vrindavan Das Thakur is still taking their side. He says still those atheists also, their heart was also melting. Not all were happy. Some were happy, some pashandis were happy. But still, those parama nindaka pashandi, those जो दूसरों की निंदा करते थे, those who used to criticize others, still they were having some grievances after seeing everybody cry. And what they were thinking? Papishta amara nachi nila hela jana anutapa kari save kare narundana. And they were thinking we are very sinful and therefore we were not able to recognize him. As they repented in this way, they also began to cry. So when Mahaprabhu left, then they were able to understand the value of Mahaprabhu. Normally in this world also,
Packet
it
line
is
also.
normally in this world also we see that when people leave, then we repent more or we regret more. But when they are with us, we take them for granted. So that's what happened, that all these atheists, these offenders, they also started thinking that, well, we were not able to recognize Nimai. Oh, Nimai has taken such a big step of renouncing this beautiful world, this beautiful family, his beautiful wife, his mother. He has renounced everything for all of us. So they also repented and they also began to cry. Bhumete padiya kande nagariya gana arana dekhiba tara se chandravadana. And the people of the town were crying and were rolling on the ground and lamenting, arana dekhibe tara sa chandanavadana, that we will not be able to see the moonlight face of Nimai again. केहा बले चला घरे द्वारा अग्नि दिया काने पारी कुंडला चली बयोग हाइया. Someone said, let us burn our home and leave this place. See the emotions that were arising in their heart. We can become mendicant yogis and accept the sign of mendicant by wearing an ivory earring. Realizing that Shri Gaur Sundar is taking sannyas, some people decided that they would also set the fire to their houses and will leave that place to become kanphat yogis. Kanphat yogis means jo apne kaan ko, they used to pierce their ears. to prevent external sound. Kampat yogis prevent external sound vibrations from entering their ears by piercing their ears and putting some pegs to cover those eardrums so that they don't hear any mundane sound. So basically, they were also thinking that like Mahaprabhu, they should also accept this life of mendicant. हे ना प्रभु नवद्वीप छाड़िलय खाना आराकेना आचे ama savara jivana. When the Lord has left Navdeep, why should we continue living? So these were the emotions that were overpowering them. Last verse for today. की स्त्री पुरुष ये सुनीला नदियारा से बई विषाद बाई न भावया आरा. And in this way, all the men and women of Nadia, they simply lamented. They could not think of anything else. So everybody was drowned in the ocean of separation and lamentation when Mahaprabhu left. And the biggest cause of their lamentation was not that they were not aware of that Mahaprabhu will take sannyas, but the biggest cause of lamentation is that they didn't know when Mahaprabhu will take sannyas. Means what time, which day will be when Mahaprabhu will leave. So we'll stop here. Thank you all so much. It was really a heart-touching episode, this entire episode. And there was nothing much more nothing to explain as such, but I just thought that we'll go through these verses and relish those emotions, and at least we'll not feel because we are not in that position, but by reading and by listening also we can develop some kind of feelings, what all the devotees were feeling when Mahaprabhu left. So thank you all so much. We'll stop here. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Shri Vrindavan Das Thakur ki jai, Shri Caitanya Bhagavata ki jai. Yes, Preeti Vilasni Mataji, you want to say something?
Hey, Krishna Mataji. I had 2 questions and 1 request. So the questions are, where is Advaita Acharya? Why we don't see him?
Yeah, there is no mention of Advaita Acharyas. I don't know why, but his name is not being mentioned.
So the episode of Advaita, I mean,
And even
Shachini,
Nityananda Prabhu was also not mentioned because Nitai knows.
Nitai, at least in the beginning of the chapter, somehow his mention had come. But I'm very curious why Advaita Acharya, and especially because in the past, Shachi Devi also was blaming Advaita Acharya and then she had to beg forgiveness. But the time has really come when Nimai is leaving, and where is Advaita Acharya during this time? That was the question. And the second question I had is, so was Vrindavan Das Thakur a brahmachari all his life?
Vrindavan Das Thakur was a brahmachari. Of course, I don't think so. He got married,
Okay.
but I'm not sure.
Okay. And the reason I ask is also how come he did not delve into the conversation between Vishnupriya Devi and Mahaprabhu. So if you can also
Actually, see, all these, they are these Chaitanya Charitamrita by Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, Bhagavad by Vrindavan Das Thakur, and Mangal by Lochan Das Thakur. These are all complementary to each other. Vrindavan Das Thakur, what he has described, Lochan Das Thakur has not described. Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami has also not described. Like the sannyas pastimes, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami has described, but there is no mention in Bhagavat, not much, and neither in Mangal. Vrindavan Das Thakur has described all the childhood pastimes which Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami has not described.
Yeah.
So they were all in sync. They don't want to overpower each other.
I see. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. That answer makes sense. And also, I wanted to ask if you may kindly talk about or just read the conversation between Vishnupriya Devi and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, because nobody else covered that. And if you can quickly read through it, it'll be helpful. Just so
Now
that,
it's possible,
how long is it?
It's like Mangal is in the form of a poem. It's a
No, but
song.
just that conversation itself is very long, is it?
Yeah, the conversation itself is very long.
Okay, so maybe we should schedule some time for it.
Yeah, we can schedule sometime but now it won't be possible because it itself will take at least half an hour, more than that.
Okay, so maybe we can circle back on Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday or
Monday we can do.
I think so. Okay. So we'll figure that out, Mataji, offline.
Yeah, sure.
Because otherwise we don't get a completion to this section. It feels very hollow. I would like to know, get a complete picture of what is happening. Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, Parima Mataji has shared, if
Okay.
you have already heard, because in speakers group, in the coordinators group, Parima Mataji actually shared with me, and then she told me to share in the speakers group where Adi Gadadhar Prabhu has taken up the entire episode of the dialogue between Vishnu Priya and Mahaprabhu.
Oh, but that's a video, right?
Yeah, that's a video.
Yeah, I would just like some on this forum so that we have a
Yeah, in
complete
this forum,
playlist.
yeah. If you want, we can take up that as a separate thing.
As a separate class, yeah, maybe because this forum should have the flow of all the contents.
Yeah, as a separate class, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, Mataji, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna Priti Vilasani Mataji, thank you for telling Mataji to explain everything about the Vishnu Priya Devi Mataji and Mahaprabhu's conversation. Thank you so much. Yeah, such a
Thank you. And
heart-touching
also
scene
thank
today.
you for the very beautiful class. Sorry, I didn't mention that. The class was very beautiful.
What class, Mataji? I was simply reading. And
That is
trust me, and a Mangal also will be simply reading.
That's fine. That's fine. But it's just so powerful when you read. Thank you, Mataji.
Yeah, such a heart-touching scene, Mataji. So much. No word to explain everything. How we can explain these things, we don't know, right? And we are feeling like that, the scene, how the devotees, they got a separation from Mahaprabhu, and how Shachi Mata, she is a mother, right? How she did. So this is like a, no think too much about that. Otherwise, we feel like too much, right? It is for mother every time. So it was so heart-touching scene, Mataji. So thank you so much, and you narrated very nicely and make us understand everything about that and visualize that scene. Thank you so much, Mataji. I don't have any more to say anything. So, devotee, you guys have any question or something? You can ask Mataji. Mataji, you have time, right?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay.
But I don't think so if anybody has anything, because it's such a
There is only, only that thing. So if your permission, can we end the call?
Definitely.
Yeah. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Ananta Koti Vaishnav Vrinda ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai. Ki jai.
Jai. And Har Grace Kirtida Sundari Devi Dasi Mataji ki jai.
Gaur Bhakti
Caitanya Bhagavata
Ki jai.
Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Prabhupada Mataji. Thank you for a very beautiful class.
Thank you, Mataji. Koti Dandvat Pranam. Jai Shri Krishna.
Bhagavati Mataji. Happy to see you.